It's a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with the Royal Rumble 2024. It's that time of year again. It takes place next Saturday in St. Petersburg, Florida, in
Slash
Tropicana
Florida.
Field. And like MVP, like Tropicana, they got the juice. Alright,
We
as
got
of
the
right
Jews.
now, it's only four matches announced. The two obvious ones the two obvious ones, known already, will be known. So we'll talk about the other two matches first. We got Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. Who wins? Scooter.
You know, I want to say Kevin, but it's clear they're gonna have Logan drop it at Mania. So Logan.
Kaliko?
KODQ.
Wow. You kind of
King
have
of
that
Death
ready to go?
Blocking?
I mean, it screams it. I mean, they're not gonna have Logan lose it at the Rumble.
Uh, KODQ. King of Death Quacking?
King of disqualification. Yeah,
I, I mean, with that logic, it should just be a double countout.
wouldn't
Um,
be
Tacos.
surprised.
yeah, I'm going with Logan Paul. It's probably going to be of nefarious means, clearly. Alright, and then we have the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns, defending against Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight in a four-way match. If I'm being a little, if I'm being completely honest here, I kind of feel like it takes away from the prestige of wrestling Roman Reigns when it's a four-way. You could maybe get away with a three-way, but I feel like it's way too gimmicky with a four-way for this match. Um, Agree, disagree. Um, don't really care, Scooter.
I wish I could get away with a three-way. I can't even get away with a one-way. Uh,
Ay,
uh,
ay, ay.
You having
what?
problems with your hand, Scooter?
Um, yes. It's missing. Um, they were high on the idea of doing Roman Randy, but felt Randy's comeback uh, would have come to a full stop if he wrestled Roman one-on-one. The the thing here is that the one person that should be in the Rumble is in this match, and that's Knight.
I mean,
Um,
he still could be, and nobody expects him to actually win the
he,
match.
Yeah, they could still be in the Rumble. Remember, Brock Lesnar lost the title
Yeah,
match and won the Royal Rumble.
yeah, because no one's going to stop him. People can stop LA Knight.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I've never seen it. Well, they used to have that rule, but I've seen that rule been broken more than once.
Either way, this is a throwaway, and it really shouldn't be. That's
Really?
that's the problem. This would be a Backlash main event, a good Backlash main event. A post WrestleMania main event. But no, it's happening. Now it was nice to see Roman this year. Can't wait till 2025. But Roman clearly wins and retains.
Kaliko?
It's this is tough because it's like, well, if Roman, big ass if Roman were to lose, the only way it would happen is like if The Rock came in and costed him, right? Right. But I don't see that happening because they want him to break that record held by the guy that's just saved a 17-year-old girl. So Roman is going to win this championship by title match.
Yeah, Roman. Roman for the win. Alright, that brings us to the Women's Royal Rumble match. The winner will receive a Women's Championship match at WrestleMania Extra Large.
Extra. What the fuck is a T-shirt now?
Yep.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
pretend
yeah.
like you don't own WrestleMania shirts, Kaliko. As
You're right, because I own WrestleMania chairs, sir. Except two. I've only got missing two
I own
that
WrestleMania
I've
toy.
been to. I'm missing two of them that I freaking had at WrestleMania. Two WrestleManias I've been at.
I own all the chairs to all the WrestleManias I've been at.
Well, you only been to one.
I've been to two, asshole.
Oh, you went to LA.
And the one in San Francisco.
31.
Well, that's 31.
And 39.
Touche, sir.
So in combined, he went to WrestleMania 70.
Right.
XL. Double XL.
Should we
7XL.
should we start
Wait,
guessing who
wait,
Roman Reigns will wrestle at WrestleMania 70?
hold on. I own all the WrestleManias I've been to.
So none?
No.
I put them on.
Okay.
Eat that.
As of
All
right
right.
now, 4 of the 30 entrants have been announced for the women's Royal Rumble. Bayley, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, and Bianca Belair. Um,
Man, what a list.
yeah.
You said Bailey, Nia Jax,
Becky Lynch and Bianca
Bianca.
Belair.
Oy, oy, oy. So let's take a look.
Well, you
So
have to
only
expect that there's
so
like gonna be like 5 girls from TNA, right?
I mean they don't. I'm surprised that they're gonna field 30. Just saying. Uh,
There's gonna be like
um,
10 like guest stars like from the past.
Naomi.
It's going to be the entire Knockouts roster.
Naomi. Uh,
Camille is gonna be a part of it.
who?
Camille from NWA.
What?
Yep.
You smoking crack?
WWE
No,
wants her.
Scooter said earlier that she was seen backstage at SmackDown.
She was
She
seen.
was,
No, she was seen backstage at Dynamite.
yeah, like what the
Oh,
fuck?
I thought you said
Uh,
WWE.
Maybe Sasha
oh,
Banks.
yeah, she was.
Maybe a Sasha Banks.
She was visiting friends at Dynamite. WWE has very big interest in her.
So
So
Bailey, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair. Well, it cannot be Belair. She's already won. Becky's won, so that ain't gonna happen. Damn, Nia announced that shit hella early. So did Bailey. Um, ay, ay, ay. I could see Bailey winning.
I mean, there's other girls that could be in the Royal Rumble other than the four that I announced.
nope.
But I'm just telling you, those three of the four ain't got a shot. But Bailey has a chance.
I don't know.
Because
I
I could see her winning, getting kicked out of damage control, and her versus Io.
ooh, okay, I feel you. But who? Then that would mean that Billy would have to turn face.
She
That's the
turns face by
plan.
getting kicked out. That's the
Yeah,
point.
that's the plan for the rumor that she's been being kicked out of damage control has been going for some time.
Bro, that shit was running since
Did Ross?
Kyrie came back.
Right.
Shit, that was like it ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of just when at this point. Because it's like the United Nations versus the California kid, the California Mexican kid.
That's gonna be a great gimmick. Introducing the California Mexican Kid,
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
So I'm putting it on tape. Bailey, one of my picks.
All right, that's your first pick. Scooter, what's your first pick?
Obviously, Bailey's winning.
Is it?
And
Yes,
because well, when you consider the way that they do the women's, it's all from what I know. This is like face heel, face heel. Last year, Rhea won it as a heel.
Right.
The year prior, Bianca won it as a face.
Yeah.
they're not putting it as much thought as we are into it.
True that, but that's the thing. See, to me, I always look at the two Royal Rumble winners and the two Money in the Bank winners as a theme. There's a common theme. For some odd reason, there's a theme that sinks through it. Because last year was Cody and Rhea, and that was redemption. One got redemption, the others fell short.
Cody Rhea.
Finish the story, Cody.
I think this year it could be exclusion,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Finish
which
a
means
chapter, Cody.
Bailey. That means either Bailey's winning, Bailey's gonna win, and for the men, I'm thinking
Well,
Finny Finn.
we'll save the men for when we get to the men.
Hey
Um,
man, don't hate me. Don't hate me. It's only four girls in the rumble. What the fuck? We can't name them.
well, it's not
Shit.
called the Dirty Woman Royal Rumble, and they're not going to have dirty women.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna find them. Naya's gonna. I mean, not Naya, but
May
fucking.
May Young.
Uh, Tamina just retired, so that ain't happening. But Naomi bringing her ass back. AJ Lee might pop up.
Oh,
Um,
Sasha
you
Banks
know
might
what?
pop her ass.
Wait a
Sasha
second.
Banks might pop her ass up.
there's gonna be
Wait
a
a
homeless
second.
girl that's living outside the arena. They're gonna pay her
Uh,
$5 to come in and wrestle.
I am,
Possibly.
I am, I am complete. I actually no, not anymore. Since it's clear they're now doing Becky and Rhea.
Right.
Ugh. Uh, Before that happened, I would have guaranteed AJ.
Yeah, AJ versus
Rhea. The
Rhea Mania.
only one she has not faced.
I call bullshit. She hasn't fought Bailey
Well, she hasn't wrestled Becky yet,
or Becky. Yeah.
or Sasha at this point.
Or Bianca.
But they wrestled in NXT.
Nigga, that don't count.
It kind
Y'all
of
didn't even
counts.
remember CM Punk. Y'all didn't even remember CM Punk and Seth tagging against goddamn Cesaro and Cat. Oh no, and y'all. Yeah,
I mean, that was way before NXT was the NXT that we know it today. It wasn't even on the
that was
network.
the no. That was the starting point of NXT becoming the NXT that we know it today.
Ah, whatever. Uh, what was I getting at? my my first pick would have to be Becky. Honestly,
What?
yeah. If we're going the route of Rhea and Becky at WrestleMania, then it kind of makes sense that Becky wins the Rumble, becomes the first two-time person to win a two-time woman to win the Royal Rumble, and yeah, that you could still do Bailey and Io at WrestleMania because that you don't she doesn't need to win the Rumble in order to tell that story. It can be done, in other means.
So can
Especially,
Becky.
I mean, yeah, but when has Rhea allowed somebody to fight for the championship without actually earning it?
Well, they always do the women's elimination chamber, and the winner wins gets the title shot. Dun, dun, dun. Problem solved.
Yeah, true. I
But
think
it's easier for because it's better for Bailey because the story could be because I could see the damage control trying to push Bailey to go face Rhea. Like she don't know who to do, and then they do the choosing for her, and she's like, I don't know, and then they beat her ass and kick her out. Then she act like you don't know. We gonna put the decision for you.
well, I put I don't see Nia Jax winning the Royal Rumble. I personally thought we were going to see Nia and Rhea at the Australia show. So Rhea needs a big baddie to conquer for her homecoming. So I don't see that being Nia Jax.
Well, let's see. Those are the only four, so it's just
But
I'll see what Scooter thinks.
what's your second pick? Kaliko.
Well, my second pick, I got to figure out who else is in this thing because I already gave you a reason why those three ain't winning.
Well, I mean, I guess you could pull up the WWE roster page.
All right, the roster of Page.
I mean, it could be Maxie Dupree.
Hold on, there's something sticky all over the pictures.
It's on a computer.
Maxine Dupree? No. No, I don't think so. But I'm thinking half of damage control is going to be in this Rumble. So it's.
Oh, and the winner is everybody but Bailey.
Yeah, everybody but Bailey. Let's see. I'm looking at it. Yeah, that's it. But I'm trying to look at the roster and
And somehow, trying to look at the women's roster, and somehow it keeps leading me to porn.
oh God. Will you stop? Will you
Oh,
stop?
well, you ever seen the sequel to Ted? You're always 2 clicks or less away from Black Cocks.
Will you stop it?
Hey, I'm repeating film dialogue.
Do you
I'm
have
trying to figure this.
Well, Kaliko is still deciding his second pick. Do you have a second pick, Scooter?
I'm I'm trying to look at the women's. You know what? WWE not giving the women their own. Let's see. How long ago did Alexa Bliss give birth?
December, I want to say.
All right, so her kid will win. Um, Beth Phoenix. No.
Well, I
I
have
know, right?
I have a second pick, and it's an out there. It's a dark horse. A couple months ago, I would have said I would have been more secure in it, but recent events have made me a little iffy, and that is Liv Morgan.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
Chelsea Green got a better chance of winning than Liv Morgan.
That's who I thought he was gonna say. Uh, you know what? I'll pick Jinder Mahal to win the women's rumble.
might as well put
Yeah.
Santina Morella in it.
Well, he's too busy being, TNA's dead on arrival.
All I know is there's gonna be a lot of NXT chicks up in this bitch.
I mean,
Ooh,
it does beg the question: what will Gigi do to win the Royal Rumble?
okay. I think I
Cause
think I have a dark. I think I have a dark pick. I don't know if I'd consider it my second pick. And I don't know if she's even still wrestling anymore.
she.
Miko Satomura.
Oh gosh, really?
Hmm.
That is a dark horse. That's like me picking Natalia.
Yeah.
That's about as
I
dark as you can get.
mean, I'd love to say, my boo Nikita Lyons.
I know.
I think we all would like
Um,
Nikita Lyons to win.
She can do a split on me anytime.
I mean, they got
Uh,
Soul Ruka on the roster. You said she
they
was
have
really?
they have a lot of people on the roster. They have Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, Beth Phoenix is sitting on the roster. You right.
Uh,
Tiffany Stratton,
they
man.
still have Chris Jericho's page up. It's just not linked.
Well, Trish is still on here, so yeah. I like how they put Vacant on the roster. I love
Uh,
the
Stephanie
greatest thing
isn't even
ever.
Stephanie isn't even part of the company anymore.
She gets recognition. It ain't Valhalla. Yeah, I told you that women's is not that deep. So I'm trying to. I mean that group that just announced that might be your final four. Straight the fuck up. Straight the fuck
Mm,
up.
you
That
know,
might be the
I
final four by default. Shit, because Raquel's out.
okay,
Yeah.
that's
Who's a powerhouse? Huh?
that's the thing. Raquel's status is touch and go.
But I would think, I mean, maybe she'll participate, but um, they're not giving it to the women's champ, Lyra. That might be your final four, sir. And you got to think. I'm thinking 10, like 5 NXT, a couple of those tag chicks, um, the NXT Women's Champion, and then you still got some surprises like maybe a Sasha, maybe a AJ, maybe a Camille. I don't think that's going to happen.
It's
I
not.
think Sasha Banks got a better shot of coming back in the Royal Rumble than
Sa-
she do. But
Sasha is signed with
and then
she's elite.
so there you go. So that ain't happening. Willow Nightingale might pop her ass. Who knows? Who the hell knows?
They have Odyssey Jones up, and he's long gone.
I don't know. Saba's still there.
Whatever, man. He had hope.
Okay, I have a second pick,
Thank God.
God.
and this is gonna be really really out of left field. First, I want to give an honorable mention to my third place pick, Thea Hale. I just want to see her just run around the ring going, yeah, I did it, woo! And then she gets tranquilized. My second pick is Tiffany Stratton.
Okay.
Mm,
Alright. I could see her being in the Royal Rumble. Without a doubt. So, hypothetically speaking, if we have
What we've been doing.
if Becky's wrestling Rhea at Mania and Bailey is wrestling Io, what do you do with Bianca?
Jade.
Really? Jade? That's what you're going with?
Jay.
You want to be picky? You want to be picky? Get a cat.
I mean, that's borderline Okada versus Nakamura.
Why? Because the color of their skin?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean,
Alright, Galito, I think it's time for us to quit.
it would be a big match for Jade. It's not a big, it's not a big deal for Bianca.
I mean, Jade's gonna have her first match at Mania either way.
No, that can't be.
It will have been almost 9 months, and she doesn't have that 9-month injury.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 9 months since she left AEW.
It's been a while.
You're not wrong about that. Well, I mean, you mentioned Trish Stratus, and she's been, coming in and out for the last year or so. Bianca Belair versus Trish Stratus?
Uh, so
You gotta think
bring
what
in,
story to build with that though.
yeah, bring in the legend instead of debut the new talent that a ton of people are getting behind.
But nobody knows. I mean, I'm sorry. It it could be if it could be the equivalent of Fandango debuting at WrestleMania.
But that then what was the point of all those introduction segments.
With Fandango or with
Oh,
Jade?
with Jade.
I mean, they're
You
not
just
ready.
don't like it.
They're not ready to pull the trigger.
They will, and it will be at Mania.
All right.
Regardless of who Jade's opponent is, Jade will have her first match at Mania.
So my three picks are Becky, Liv, and Bailey. Kaliko, you have two or one?
I mean, I might as well put Naya in there. You know what? I'm gonna go with Naya.
All right.
That's my second pick. God damn it.
And
They go represent 'em.
you have a third pick, Scooter.
You know what? I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna put Naya in there. Clearly, Bailey is the odds-on favorite. Naya is the odds-on runner-up. But those two, it would make the most sense for them to win a Royal Rumble. And my second pick, Tiffany, is the beauty of the Royal Rumble is seeing somebody who has not won a high profile match before and they earn their way to WrestleMania. You know, where the Royal Rumble should be the start of a journey for someone.
Kaliko, you
So
have a third. Oh, continue.
Bailey, Tiffany, Naya,
All right.
and end of transmission.
And Kaliko, third pick. We'll leave it up to you.
Mm, seeing as how there's only four, I'm just gonna have to go with Becky.
Ah,
I'm kind of stuck there
cheap.
because I'm picking based on. I don't think that she wins it, but that's a safe pick in the event because the three of them have a reason to win the Rumble, or they have a story that leads to WrestleMania. But I think Becky. I mean, I would have thought Becky got a title shot at the Rumble, but what fuck if I know?
Well, that brings us to the men's Royal Rumble. The winner will receive a World Championship match at WrestleMania Extra Large. And not to outdo the women, but there are six people announced for the men's Royal Rumble.
Oh, great. Awesome.
We got Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Gunther. Who would like to take their first pick?
I think we do have to give kind of credit where credit is due in the fact that MJF has the best odds to win, according to a number of uh, sports books online.
Well, those people are losing
Motherfucker
money.
takes Motherfucker takes one time off and look at this shit.
It is 2024.
They do realize that he's still under contract with AEW. Or are these people just willingly throwing their money away?
Uh, I think I think it's Tony Khan giving the odds or Andrew McManus.
God.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Tony did this just so he could have an advantage in a Twitter war.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was paying people not to put Jinder Mahal as the odds-on favorite. All right, Kaliko. Who wins the Royal Rumble? Your first pick.
CM Punk. CM Punk first pick. And the reason being 10 years from his last Royal Rumble, he comes back and wins his first Royal Rumble. Writes itself. That was his last match in WWE.
Oh, fair enough. Scooter.
Yeah, I'd love to say Punk is my first pick, but with everything they've been, you know, when they, based on how much they've been dropping the notion of Cody wants to be the fourth superstar in history to win back-to-back Rumbles. So I'm going with Cody again this year.
And to agree with Scooter, he has to finish the story. It
Oh,
has.
God. Man, y'all in this story, bro. Stop.
Yes.
The story doesn't. Sometimes it takes 5 years to finish a story.
Then you're
You
a
know that,
terrible
right?
writer.
Now we know why your autobiography is taking so long, Kaliko.
Hey, it ain't. I'm still writing. It's in progress every minute.
it it's kind of I put now. Keep in mind this my how I was thinking about all of this kind of got mixed up in the last couple of weeks because of just the interactions people have had on Raw and SmackDown as of recently. But nothing really wavered me from the fact that Cody is still one of the front runners. People are still heavily invested in Cody. People want to see Cody finish the story. And it's just like you said, Kaliko, sometimes it takes 5 years for them to finish the story. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be as a hot commodity as it is right now. You know, people could appreciate the detour in 2023 of the story. But if they don't pull the trigger on it, then people are not going to care about it. And that's kind of one of the reasons that, yeah, Cody finishes the story, or at least wins the Royal Rumble to get to the story. All right, but what's your second pick, Kaliko?
My second pick has a better shot of winning the Royal Rumble than Cody Rhodes, and that's The Rock.
Hmm. Okay.
Because the only way he gets the title shot is if he wins the fucking Rumble.
I think it would be the only way people would accept that he would get the title shot.
Exactly.
What say you, Scooter?
It's an interesting decision to make because I don't think my second uh my second runner up isn't on this list, but has declared himself. And Now I'll tell you this right now. My third would be is Punk. Uh, and I think, and mark my words, Elimination Chamber will be Punk versus Cody. Um, my second pick is Jey Uso.
Okay. He's got a story he needs to finish as well.
Oh, gee, but he's hot. You gotta finish the hot hand with the detour.
This is why Drew will be champion by Mania.
Well, I mean, that's a different. Joe is a completely
That's a
different
different
story.
story. How? Oh, now it's a different story.
That,
Ay, Dios mío.
that's a horse of a different nationality.
Now, uh, I completely understand where you're going with Jey Uso, and where I said I kind of felt like I felt differently if we had this conversation a week or two ago. He would have been on my list to win the Royal Rumble, but it kind of feels like they're going more of the route of Jay versus Gunter at Mania than
No. Have you not heard?
no what?
It's Gunther and Brock at Mania.
Oh shit, really?
Yep, for the Intercontinental title.
Oh god,
Talk about two men slapping meat. What the?
you got that right. So okay, then that definitely changes things significantly if that's actually true. Um, then okay, yeah, that changes things. Um,
And one more thing.
yeah,
You also have to possibly consider that they it's and that there's a heavy favoring of Jay versus Jimmy. You have to
right,
keep that in mind too.
and that was,
Yeah, Jay versus Jimmy makes more sense at Mania because they haven't had their blow off yet.
but the way that they've been presenting Jimmy recently, do you really feel like they still have that confidence in him? Because it seems like,
Yes.
Yeah, he's making the save
Yeet. It,
for people who don't normally have somebody to save them.
hmm, okay, no, I
I
mean,
think it's going to be them two with the dad as the ref, and then the dad talks some sense into them, and then they all
Or
come together as one big family. Oh.
or maybe a triple threat: Jimmy, Solo.
that one sucked. That would be pretty cool.
Loser loser gets a stink face.
Um, well, that leads me to my second pick, and that would be CM Punk. I don't necessarily believe that he needs to win the Royal Rumble. The story really is already set with set. Um, it would just be a matter of feeding the ego of Punk and saying, "Hey, he was in AEW a couple of months ago, and now he's winning our Royal Rumble." Uh, I wouldn't necessarily be mad at it, but it wouldn't be necessarily my first pick as well. But my opinion. Kaliko, your third pick.
The third pick. Let's see. So many to pick from. Well, shit, I was gonna go Gunther, but damn, he just took my shit away from me.
That would mean
Because
Brock
Gunther
versus.
was the runner. Because he was the Iron Man last year. Um,
That would mean Brock should get to the
huh.
Royal Rumble, eliminate Gunther. No.
I mean, Brock would have to eliminate Gunther, but it means Brock would have to be in the Rumble. It's the whole thing. They would have to like either eliminate each other or one causes the other, and the other one, you know, they do that dumb shit.
Yeah.
Um, third, yeah, Cody's. I don't think he would win it, but Cody would be three if I was forced to pick it. He seems more like a logical choice to face Seth. At Mania,
How dare you? We're never going to
but
agree on this.
they haven't solved that issue, sir.
But they don't. They're not in any rush to solve that issue.
In Survivor Series, they planted the seed to solve that issue, to bring that beef up.
I mean, yes, but nothing happened that would make me believe that it's going to come on now. That anything's going to start now.
All right, sir. Okay, dokie, sir.
So
You got it, boss.
your third pick is Cody.
Unfortunately,
And who, unfortunately, is your third pick, Scudo?
I said my third.
Oh,
Punk.
okay.
Remember? Yeah.
Well, my third pick, unfortunately, is The Rock. Uh, if he if he comes in any other way, it's going to create a lot of issues and problems with a lot of people. I don't think we need Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. We could do without it. There's bigger stars right now that actually deserve that spot rather than The Rock. Um, but I can't help but have that little, nagging thought in my head that it's WWE and, they want what is going to get them the most money, um, which is going to be The Rock. So I hope it's not The Rock, but I also can't shake the feeling that it might actually be The Rock. So, yeah. And if we're going on, like Kaliko said, themes of the Royal Rumble, why not the theme of repeat, winners? Becky wins the women's, Cody wins the men.
Okay. Now, what about the prize for winning the Royal Rumble?
The title match?
Hmm. And you said Cody wins the men. How many men?
Please. Any last thoughts before we finish our preview of the Royal Rumble? Kaliko, Scoodle.
Yeah. Yes, but they're not appropriate for podcasting.
Fair enough.
I will say this is the most complexing Royal Rumble field in the world, considering that we've only got like a combined total of 10 people announced for both Royal Rumble.
Yes.
And just watch. It's going to be those four over and over again coming back.
Like a Mick Foley
Bailey gets
situation.
ran over and she just runs out the ring, kind of like Mick Foley.
Alright.
So, yeah, makes sense.
That will conclude our coverage of the Royal Rumble and this episode as a whole. Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, but on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rove Energy and Total One Coffee. Join us this Tuesday as we interview Murdoch. Join us this Wednesday as we interview Chris Farrow. And join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Thread, and Instagram. For information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993, and where can we
Hmm.
find Kaliko?
Drinking rose at I am Calico.
And where can we find Scooter?
As always, plenty of tickets available for my stand-up comedy session, live from Camp Lejeune. Free water for everybody. Uh, Jan- January 27th, the remix return. The premium audio companion experience you know and love for the Royal Rumble on YouTube. As of now, keep an eye out to social media like Twitter, where you can follow me at Scooter Dust.
For Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Don't hinder the gender.
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.